I talked about
Have
so
you
have I
talked
talked about Slime Rancher, what I would like, my ideas if there were a Slime Rancher 3?
Would this be a conversation we would be able to have without spoilers?
Yeah.
Sure.
It was just, I just said this multiple times in my Slime Rancher playthrough. My idea was like, the idea would be like, if there were a Slime Rancher 3, have it so you could build your own ranch from scratch.
Not a bad idea, yeah. I've always kind of been sad about the lack of customizability of the ranch.
Yeah, I mean,
like you can change the colors, but that's about it.
Yeah, in the Slime Rancher 1 you have I'd say minimal decoratability because of the limited tech spots, and you also had color palettes that you want to decorate.
If you want to decorate, you gotta use a tech spot that you could be using for something actually useful.
Yeah, and then there's also the echoes, that are colorful.
The echoes and the ornaments.
The special items from the Christmas event that they would have roll around. They're basically like middle music node things. Slime Rancher 2, they don't have it as fleshed out just yet. I'd like to see them bring back a lot of that stuff. So for example, in the second game we've got unlimited tech spots basically. The only limitation is space. Wow, you're bringing a lot of resource canisters. In they don't have ornaments yet. They don't have the echoes yet. They don't have the Christmas event items. But what they do need is, we've talked about this before, the ability to choose where the auto feeder and port collector face.
Oh, yes.
The direction they face.
That would be fantastic.
I'd like to see the ability to choose our own plot locations. Like the actual plots where you keep slimes.
Yeah, cause one of the things for the Tangle slimes is that it should be kept far from other slimes, but all of the slime corrals are the same distance apart. So basically all you can really do is surround them in coops or gardens.
Dude, would a slime zoo be cool?
That would be cool. I mean, you could just free range slimes. There is nothing stopping you, other than
okay.
tar.
But here's the idea. Since it takes so long, it takes what, a year for a rancher to get out to the planet and to the far range.
Yeah.
But what if the ranchers, if they were to make a zoo, the ranchers could sorry, water. The ranchers could band together to create some sort of technological link between Earth and the far range. That's something that Victor could easily do. So you could make basically little robots that would end up being patrons to this quote-unquote zoo or museum. So people could, in some way, go visit this zoo.
So basically, Zoo Tycoon just with slimes.
Yeah.
And android visitors.
What we could do, And then what we could do is, as the rancher, is decorate the decorate different slime spaces. Obviously they'd be bigger than corrals, like way bigger than regular corrals, and we could decorate them with the items we get from the 7ZE treasure pods throughout the map. And then obviously we'd collect the slimes ourselves. And it'd be interesting to see the return of the main, the original Farfire Range area and the Slime Rancher 2 area, where you could go revisit them to collect slimes.
That would
from
be
those
nice.
specific areas.
It'd be interesting if they also made the Rainbow Islands a visitable location too.
The what?
Rainbow Islands from Slime Rancher 2?
Oh, you mean like by the patrons, you mean?
Well, by both you and the patrons, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting idea.
Well, I mean, the Rainbow Islands exist now. There's no way to make them not exist.
I think we have like 3 of these.
I'm really at a loss as to what to bring. I know that if we get there, I'll think of something immediately, but like I'm really racking my brain here. I cannot think of anything. What do we need to bring?
Sorry.
What could we bring?
I have 2 soil canisters, some tethers, a beacon, and 4 exochits. As well as my Jasper Knight and a compound.
Here. Got one for free. You can put that on this one.
There's something down here too. Solid fuel thruster.
Hydrazine thruster is better.
Yeah. It's refillable, isn't it?
Yep. I think you can have up to 3
what do you think about that?
in it.
What do you think about that kind of idea?
That would be sick as hell. Zoo Tycoon, but slimes.
Yeah, and what about the ability to actually meet physically the people that you met in the that you met in the first game and talked to in the second one, the other ranchers?
That'd be interesting, but like it is established that the Farfar Range is like fucking-gantic.
Yeah, it is. I guess. But they, as already established, what if they just used bots like all the other people, and they just had their own little robots where they could fuck around and do shit?
Well, that wouldn't really be meeting them in person now, would it?
No, not really. Also, the frickin' range exchange. I want that back.
Yes, I do. I am a little sad that they got rid of the range exchange. I suppose we can take these random windmills over here that are just kind of sitting here on the ground.
Yeah. I know there's like a stash of some sort of power stuff at somewhere. Do we want to take some batteries as well?
I don't know if we want to take these big ones over here, just so we don't have to make them over there. I could shrink them down with a packager.
I was talking about batteries, not the big stuff. I moved on,
I
sorry.
made a couple batteries already. That's why I started going after zinc.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's one critique I do have, though, is I feel like you don't really have, damn it, wrong one. You don't really have, any, is it the right word, motivation? No reason to go back to talk to the characters after you've exhausted all the story with them.
That is true.
And I've had the issue where
Yeah, like
they
after
don't give.
Yeah, sorry.
They
Because
don't-
like after you give the whole story thing, they say like the same 3 things and they're just another generic character. It makes me so sad.
Yeah, and then and then their gifts aren't unique at all. Like, you can predict what they'll give you at this point. I'd like for them to give you a random decoration item, or just any sort of tech item, decoration or otherwise, that pertains to them. So like, Odgin gives you
Like
some sort of a
plants?
flora,
Yeah.
something plant related. Victor would give you some random tech. Moochie would give you what the fuck ever she would give you.
Chickens.
Right.
Chicken related things.
That would be Bob.
Well, Bob eats chickens. Bob would give you slime related things.
I guess he would. It took me a long time to figure out that Bob was just 3 slimes in a trench coat.
That is so funny. I love Bob. Bob is the best character.
I do love Bob.
Actually, no. Mochi is best girl. Mochi is my favorite. Oh yeah, did we want to take the canister? That's why we filled the canister of resin, so that we could take it with us. Duh! Okay, so we've got the sphalerite, we've got the resin. And do we need anything else?
I love that the joke character is just so full of so many breakthroughs. It's like scientific breakthroughs and implications regarding the slimes, but he's just, give me chickens! Special delivery!
Yeah. He's the best.
I love it, honestly.